meets chaos. When order meets chaos, Jayewardenepura.
Imagine this. There are two people here. One a very calm, responsible engineer type of fellow. And the next, a very jovial, carefree, reckless guy. And what we are going to do is, we are going to give them a task. So they have to maneuver this ship in this vast ocean where there are icebergs, whirlpools and all sort of danger up to this point. Let's call this point satisfaction, a content life. What do you think is going to happen? Toastmaster for the day, ladies and gentlemen. You see, this is what I firmly believe is going to happen. What is going to happen is the engineer is going to tell, okay, I'm going to chart a course, let's go straight. And then Samantha, let's call this dude Samantha. Samantha is going to be like, look, coconuts, I like coconuts. And then the ship is going to veer off course. And then he's going to veer off course again. And then he's going to veer off course again. I firmly believed in the past that these two people are going to make this ship just going around in circles. Let me just explain how this ship came to this point, right here. You see, when I was during my A-levels, the engineer was fast asleep. He had just finished O-levels and he was really tired. He was completely having a deserved sleep. And this Samantha fellow, he was nicely having his hand on the ship's wheel, enjoying himself. It was very fruitful. When I say fruitful, I'm very sarcastic. Because just imagine my routine. I used to wake up in the morning early because as Muslims we had to pray. So we had to wake up really early in the morning. And then I used to watch a movie. And then I used to go eat. And then I used to watch some series. And then I used to go eat. And then I had to go watch some TikTok scrolling for like 2 hours. And then I had to go eat. And then I had to go watch some YouTube or some Instagram. And then I had to go eat. Ladies and gentlemen, I was so fat. The scale scared me. I used to be like, no, Amma, you go and check the scale. I don't want to check the scale because the way it scared me. Ladies and gentlemen, that moment and time, it was my A-levels. So A-levels felt like this massive iceberg just staring at this ship that was just rotating and undulating at one location. I firmly believe that all of us are ships. All of us are governed by these personalities in our mind. All of us have these uncharted waters of life where there might be danger at every turn. You see, at that moment, when there was around 6 months left for my exams, the engineer woke up. He was like, oh, Samantha, what's happening? But you see, the engineer was a calm person from the inside. He was a very logical person. He came out and looked at this massive iceberg up there. The iceberg was staring back at him. Welcome. The ship still spinning around, but kind of moving forward, going to strike the iceberg. And the engineer was like, you know what? Logic says, iceberg, ship, we're going to die. I'm doomed. And Samantha, this fellow, he was slightly nervous. Because he had taken the responsibility of making this ship go for 1 year. And he had somehow made it rotate and break. So now, this moment, something magical happened. Something beautiful happened. Even I didn't know how that happened. These two people in my head made a deal without telling me. They somehow spoke between each other. The engineer got his planning and logic, and Samantha got his determinism, the ability to keep moving forward. And they managed to avoid the obstacle. Here I am, as an engineering undergraduate at Jayewardenepura. You see, this is what I firmly believe in. I firmly believe that striking the balance between the crazy personalities in your head is how you move forward. You might have a Fatima, you might have a Sumitra, you might have a Krishwin inside your mind. But then finding out what he wants, finding out what makes them move, is the only way, I believe, to make this ship avoid all the obstacles, and reach the final destination, happiness, contentment, and a satisfied life. Thank you.